Right, we're going to go and see Uncle Noel.
Superheroes don't always wear capes.
So cute. Oh, my God. I've got a new friend. She's beautiful.
Professor Noel Fitzpatrick and his team
Did you have some nice X-rays?
offer cutting-edge solutions
Do you go to bed and dream these things up?
I dream of very little else.
to help save the nation's pets.
This has to be done within the next 48 hours.
Coming through.
Please be okay. Please be fixable.
You only get one chance of this. I just have to hope my best is good enough.
Come on. You're a trooper. You'll be okay.
Transforming the world for families,
What have we got here? Oh, hey!
one animal at a time.
That's amazing.
He is just back to living his best life. You've got Superdog.
He told me modestly that it was technology, but it was so much more than that.
Thank you.
He'd worked a miracle.
Now, is me, yeah? It's going to be all right.
Eight years ago, we started filming Noel's remarkable work.
Doing really well. Well done.
Thousands of beloved animals have walked or been carried through the doors of this exceptional practice, all in search of hope.
It's okay. Anna promises.
Now, in this special puppy episode, we'll follow the incredible journeys, both old and new, of some of Noel's youngest, fluffiest patients,
You all right, mister?
and find out more from the families at the heart of these extraordinary stories.
I never thought we'd ever see today.
The guilt was dreadful. You really couldn't imagine how devastating that was.
When a puppy comes in the practice, pretty much everything stops.
Oh my gosh, he's a baby! Have you ever thrown a chip into, like, the beach and all the seagulls come flying through? That's kind of what it is like.
I just love her so much.
It's just pure serotonin running from head to toe in everybody.
I just want to say, hello, he's gorgeous, isn't he?
I think nothing beats a little cuddle with a puppy.
You'd think that it would wear off after a while, but it never does. Every time a puppy comes in, we're just as excited.
With a thirst for adventure and a nose for trouble, puppies have been regular visitors to the practice over the last 17 years. In 2016, we met Jo, her father Chuck, and 3-month-old Poppy. A puppy with some of the worst deformities ever seen at the practice.
We're going to get you better. Oh, thank you.
We found Poppy abandoned in an old lady's front garden about 3 weeks ago. We know she's got dislocated elbows. The bones are all twisted, they're out of place. And then obviously because she's never been on a paws, because her feet go out, so her paws are like little blisters because they've never been on the ground before. We're hoping just for her to be able to get up on them front legs properly and actually walk on her paws. It'd be just lovely to see it.
Yeah.
Like Poppy, Jo also has trouble walking. She suffers from chronic pain following an accident at work 6 years ago.
There we go, Charles.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Despite being in constant pain, Jo looks after her father, who suffers from dementia and arthritis.
We are like the walking wounded, the pair of us. Right, pair? Chuckle Brothers.
Jo is now determined to help Poppy as well.
Wowzers. Oh, man. That is a complete and utter disaster.
X-ray pictures show how seriously out of place Poppy's front leg bones are.
This is congenital elbow dislocation. The arm bone here, the humerus, should be sitting like a bottom in a saddle, like that. And instead, the saddle's over here. It's not in there at all. Nightmare. Poppy, please, Poppy.
That's all, so you ready?
I don't know what they're expecting. I hope they're not expecting a miracle. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, I'm Noel. Who are you? Charles. Nice to see you, Chuck. Come on in. Grab a seat, Chuck.
I'm Joe.
Hi, Joe. Hello, puppy. How are you, puppy? Oh,
Really
pop
good.
her down on the floor for me so I can see what she moves like. Well, she's not going to be standing up to sniff any flowers like that, is she?
No.
God. She rips the heart out of your chest, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Hey, sweetheart. How are you? Oh, you're a little bundle of fun, aren't you? So I've had a look at those X-ray pictures, and you will already know that her elbows are dislocated. It's painful because when you try and extend those elbows, they won't extend. Okay, so it's quite sore when that happens. You really are looking for a miracle here in terms of getting a result. A lot of people would say, well, it's kinder to put her to sleep. Now
I've been told that.
Yeah, absolutely, and you will be told that for sure.
It's not right to leave it like this.
Okay. Well, if you want me to try, I will try, but you need to accept if I say to you that she's suffering beyond any reasonable hope of redemption, that you may have to put her to sleep. Probably the best I can get is that, with a fused elbow.
And will that cause her pain moving around?
There'll be
like
no
that?
pain.
There'll be no pain.
Because the joint will be gone.
If she's not going to be in that pain, I can cope with her being disabled. My dad is, I am. She can come and join the family.
Puppy time.
For some of the team, looking after the practice puppies just isn't enough.
So one of our vets, Andy's recently rescued a dachshund puppy. She's adorable.
Give me the puppy.
She was the smallest of all of 7 puppies. The breeder was worried that she would grow with problems, so she decided to give her away to vets just to be sure that she would be very well looked after in the future.
What did you call her?
Didi in the end.
Oh, Didi.
When she comes in, I think it's a massive fight over who can have her attention for the longest. She's quite independent, though. I don't think she particularly cares about anyone apart from her dad.
Mwah. Oh, you're just so cute.
She's nice, isn't it?
Stop it, you're making me
Stop
want
it.
one. You're making me want one.
It's early evening, and vet Andy has his hands full with another puppy. She's been rushed into the practice with a front leg fracture.
So Andy, our resident, is in theatre with a puppy, a border terrier puppy, who's 7 months of age, and is called Keira.
Basically triaged a border terrier puppy called Keira. She actually looked like a younger version of Noel's Keira.
Noel's Keira was born in 2007, a border terrier puppy that quickly became the centre of his world.
I remember vividly the very first day Keira came into my life. I was just like a tidal wave of love flowed over me, and you couldn't look at her without wanting to smile.
When Keira first came in, she was like a little tiny bundle of fluff. She was absolutely gorgeous.
What's happening? How's your day today? How's your day today?
She literally moved into the new practice when it was built.
This special little puppy quickly became a huge part of life at Fitzpatrick's.
Come on, Bubs.
She would often just trot in if she was just about to go for a walk, and everyone would know that Noel's not far behind. If we were ever in a meeting or something like that in with Noel's office, she would just come and sit next to you and be like, yeah, everything's fine, everything's going fine. And you're like, thanks, Keira.
Come on, come on.
In September 2020, Noel's Keira was involved in a tragic accident.
Poopy, Poopy, it's me, it's me.
Noel and the Fitzpatrick family pulled together, performing multiple surgeries to save little Keira's life.
Oh,
Oh, I have never been happier for you to stick your tongue up my nose. Oh, thank you, Boopy.
The whole team were amazing,
Good girl. Well done.
and I was very proud of them
Come on, Boopy.
because they are very much my family.
Now, another Border Terrier puppy called Keira needs the team's help. Noel scrubs in to join Andy in theatre.
Size 8, please, Daisy.
When I looked at the diary and I noticed that we had a Keira and it was a Border Terrier coming in, I did actually think to myself, I wonder how Noel was going to react.
A little Border Terrier puppy called Keira. Did you know that?
I did.
Wow, how did everybody know except me? I heard last minute. Nobody told me.
Resident surgeon Andy is in theatre, operating on a Border Terrier puppy called Keira to fix a fracture in her front leg.
So I'm a surgical resident, entering in my final year now. This is mainly like a training position, which means that I learn how to do surgery, supported and supporting the senior surgeon who I do surgery with or under their supervision.
Andy has asked Noel for some advice to help fix the puppy who bears such a resemblance to his own dog, Keira.
I found that to be quite a coincidence at the beginning, but then after I met the family, I realized that it was not a coincidence at all.
Graham and I had been thinking for a long while about having a puppy. We really wanted the Border Terrier. And then the chance came along that a breeder got some pups.
All lovely little dogs, and Keira was really, really hairy. And I just fell for her there and then. And she just was doing that, and then she just weed on me, and that was it, done. And that's how we got her.
She'd chosen and we'd chosen.
We had two names, Keira or Willow. So what we done, we put the names in the hat. Willow come out, so I said, okay, we'll call her Willow.
But driving to the breeders, he suddenly pulled over to the side of the road and said, it's no good. I'm not happy with Willow. We're going to have to call her Keira.
I've read Noel's books, and I'm a big fan of Noel's, and I've read about his Keira, and it just stuck in my head. And she did look like Noel's Keira.
Keira it was.
Keira is a right little diva. She loves people. She prefers people to other animals.
She does a lot of talking, especially if something isn't done quick enough.
It was Keira's excitable nature that led to an unfortunate leap of faith.
It was Easter Monday and we'd just been on a long run. Graham went round, opened the back of the car, unclipped the restrainer, and she just leapt.
She's jumped into my arms and she fell.
She flew out the car, flew past him and landed on the ground. She did a terrible scream.
It was, oh my God, what have I done? And I still to this day blame myself.
We got back in the car and furiously sort of ringing our vet, and they made her comfortable and they looked at the x-rays and they rung up straight away Fitzpatrick's referrals.
I'd never in a million years thought we'd end up at Fitzpatrick's.
It's, you know, it's been very surreal, the whole situation. It is a very nerve-wracking time because we don't know what her long-term prognosis will be.
Let me have a look and see. Is that a 2-4?
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. Thanks.
In theatre, Noel is reviewing Andy's work on puppy Keira's fracture repair.
That's very good. So the only issue now is, will the plate break there or there? Because she's going to be jumpy, jumpy, jumpy.
To help avoid weak spots in the skinny plate and support both the radius and the ulna, Noel adds in 2 more tiny screws. But the oblique angle of the fracture makes finding good screw purchase in these tiny bones challenging.
So I've driven this screw to engage the ulna at that angle, avoiding the angle of the fracture. And that gives us added stability. So what I'm going to try and do now is put a third one up here, and then Andy can finish off the plate because he's already done a great job.
I'm going to tell them that the Supervet actually helped with the fracture.
Well, I can't wait to see her. Oh my goodness, is she cute?
Yeah, she is.
You can close up, matey. Thank you, well done. Good job. Good.
20 minutes later, Keira's surgery is complete, and someone is very pleased to see her.
Well, can I look? Hi, Keira. How are you? You're beautiful, aren't you? You'll be lucky to get home. We might keep you here.
Keira is sent for an X-ray picture to check the procedure has been successful.
Hello?
Graham, Noel Fitzpatrick, how are you?
Hello, Noel. I've got to admit, it's been the longest 24 hours of my life.
Well, firstly, all is well with your little baby.
Oh, brilliant.
Secondly, congratulations on the best name for a dog ever in the history of the world.
Well, that is down to you, sir.
Well, I am so thrilled to have the opportunity to help your little friend here, and I know that Andy feels the same. So she's going to be with us a couple of days.
Okay.
Because we're going to change the bandage and make sure the blood and nerve supply to the foot is all fine.
Right, thank you very much.
God bless. Take care.
Hello, puppy. That's so cute, puppy.
Since opening in 2005, Fitzpatrick Referrals has treated hundreds of puppies.
So as you can see, we're getting on quite well.
You're a little angel, aren't you? She loves the attention. She smells nice too. She's very well loved.
For all sorts of problems.
My little Pomeranian friend. Look at your little bandage.
But few of them with issues as serious as 3-month-old Poppy, the puppy with severely deformed front legs.
Poppy's condition was uniquely challenging. It wasn't an injury, but rather a profound genetic deformity of the elbows about which there isn't much published. I can remember the dilemma about what best to do for Poppy, and of course I was fearful I might not succeed. I honestly think it's 50-50 going into this. I know leaving her like that isn't a good option, so I'll try, but it's just going to be heartbreaking if we have to say goodbye.
Noel makes an incision into the front and back of Poppy's left elbow joint to release the tissue.
I've cut some of the tissue there, freed it up a bit.
He can now try to pull her forearm into the correct position.
So I'm flipping it about 90 or 100 degrees over. Does not want to do that, but I'm really forcing it. Hold it. Give me that.
Poppy's elbow joint now needs to be fused solid. To do this, all the cartilage on the joint surfaces will have to be removed.
The only way to get all the 3 bones to fuse together is that raw bone will fuse to the raw bone on the other side and become one solid bone. Oh man.
But there's a problem.
That humerus is just splitting apart. Look at it. Ah!
One of Poppy's bones is cracking apart.
The pressure that we've just put on that elbow is too much for it, and the humerus is splitting apart. Oh man, that's ridiculous. It's so soft.
Noel inserts 2 screws to try to hold the humerus bone together. But because Poppy is so young, her bone is still soft.
These screws, they won't hold in the bone, so I'm trying to bounce them off each other like an X so that they wedge against each other. Right, I've screwed that piece back together before it fractured off completely. Tiny glimmer of hope.
Noel fits an external frame to hold Poppy's leg in alignment until her bones can fuse together. He can now repeat the procedure on her other leg.
Well, you can see now that the shoulders here and here are in a straight line with the feet. So I'm hoping that will at least give her a chance. Right, all right, let's go to X-ray straight away. Can we crack on?
It's late, and Noel has been in surgery for several hours.
Hey, Joanne, it's Noel.
Hi, Noel.
How are you?
All right, not sleeping, but yeah.
I can imagine. Right, I've done the operation. It was extremely challenging. All right?
So much, yes, thank you. I can't thank you enough.
Well, you can thank me if it works. Otherwise, it's all for naught, but...
Oh, fingers crossed, eh?
It was 7:30 in the evening in 2018 when 9-month-old Jack Russell puppy Bella was admitted as an emergency.
Yeah, just get her back on your lap a little bit better.
Bella had been involved in a freak accident 2 days earlier and had badly fractured her pelvis.
All right, sweetie, hold on there, hold on.
Right, Bella, please. Sorry about the delay, guys. How are you doing? What's your first name?
Emma.
Emma. And?
Scarlett.
Scarlett and? Stanley. Hello, mate. This is Bella. Hi, Bubba. All right, I'll take her. It's fine. All right, let's come with me. Come on, Bella. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. You can grab a seat here, please. Thanks. There we go. Thank you. There we go. So what time did the accident happen?
Saturday afternoon, about...
Yeah, so it'd be 2 o'clock about.
Okay, so she was out and about on a walk and a car hit her, or what?
Oh no, we have this like basket thing that goes on my dad's bike which she sits in, and she jumped out and then he ran over.
Oh no. So I guess he's feeling terrible.
Yeah, he's away in Serbia at the moment. So
Oh dear, so he had to go and work.
Yeah.
Oh lordy lord.
Bella are really close.
Distraught Dad Peter rushed Bella to an emergency vet who x-rayed her to assess her injuries.
Okay, so this is the x-ray picture, and we can see here that there's a breakthrough here, 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 and here. I'm very worried about this area here. That whole side of the pelvis is displaced, so this is all pushed in. So it would not be a good idea, in my view, to leave her without treatment. And that means that somehow we're going to have to repair that side of the pelvis. So we're going to get more painkiller on board now. All right, sweetheart, I got you. All right, okay. All right, so can you get better Gesic on board, please? Don't panic. This is hopefully fairly straightforward. You know, it's a pelvic fracture. There are risks. There's a risk of blood supply problem. There's a risk that I might not be able to get it lined up properly. There's lots of risks, but if the socket isn't fractured, that's good news for us. Okay, so although Daddy will be beating himself up a lot, tell him it's under control. Okay? All right, take care, guys. All right.
Bye-bye.
She's staying in with us?
Yes, yeah.
Was she hit by a car?
No, my husband accidentally ran over it on his bicycle.
Oh no! Oh, I bet he feels so guilty.
You probably ought to ring him actually, because he's probably rang about 3 times.
I didn't really know it was that bad until yesterday, when I just came to the realisation that she could die from it, and that it was really serious, her injuries. And then we got in some ice cream just to make me feel better. Hopefully she's going to be better.
It's been 2 days since Andy and Noel operated on Keira, the puppy that's the spitting image of Noel's dog.
Now, sweetie pie, that's it. We're going to check the bandage, That's it. Good girl. That's it. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, take these out. That's it. Come here, sweetie pie. Come here. Do you know what we're going to do now to celebrate your leg? We're going to visit the little girl you were named after. That's what we're going to do. Good girl. Who's a good girl?
In 2021, after bringing joy to Noel and all at the practice for almost 14 years, Noel's Keira sadly died.
After Keira had passed, I mean, Noel was inconsolable. There was just no words to help, and it just left this black cloud over us all. It was really sad. We held a little funeral for her, and she's got a little gravestone and stuff for us all to remember her by. You can't help but have a little tear in your eye whenever you see it. And she was such a special part of the practice.
I miss my Keira so much. And that's the thing that they do. They break through all the barriers and all the facade, and they just share love, because they are love, just love. Isn't that right, baby? Yes, just love. Thank you for coming into my life. Good girl.
For this Keira, it's just a few more days recovery at Fitzpatrick's before she can return home.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, my Keira used to do that too. Hang up the nose? Not very polite.
You stuck?
3 weeks after rescue puppy Poppy had surgery to straighten her front legs, her elbows were healing well. But Noel identified a problem with her wrists.
The problem is on this side, the paw is knuckling over because the tendons are too loose. And on the other side, the tendons are too tight. So in fact, the paw wants to go this way all the time.
Noel makes splints for Poppy to hold her wrists in the correct position.
It's a piece of thermoplastic splint, so we just cure it with a heat gun. Right, Mrs. Well done. Let's see how you get around on that. Good girl. Good girl, Pops. What's happening? Come on then. Come on then. Good girl. Good girl. Well done, mate. Well done.
If Poppy's legs continue to improve, then in a few days, she should be well enough to go home.
Puppies are incredible.
They wreck everything, make a mess of everything.
They just want to see everyone. They're running around. They're not meant to be jumping.
But they're cute and cuddly, so it doesn't matter, because they just give you them little puppy dog eyes and that smile.
Hello.
The team at Fitzpatrick Referrals see puppies at their most adorable and most vulnerable.
Fixing them is uniquely challenging because the bones can be small, the bone can be soft, and their growth plates are still open. And of course, the next challenge is to keep them calm during recovery, and that's really difficult with a boisterous puppy.
Fitzpatrick Referrals, Orthopaedic Neurology, how can I help?
In March 2018, 9-month-old puppy Bella was being prepared for emergency surgery on her crushed pelvis.
He got run over by a bike. He jumped out of the basket.
Oh, no.
Bella has several fractures through her pelvis, causing the left-hand section to become displaced inwards. Noel plans to fix the main fracture of the wing of the pelvis using a metal plate and screws, that will pull the bones back into alignment. Then the remaining fractures will hopefully be held securely enough to heal themselves with callus.
So we can see here where I've anchored the plate down to the back end of the fracture. And now I'm going to pull that all up and anchor it onto the front end.
The section of bone from the wing of the pelvis has to be levered into the right position so that the fractured segments line up.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now you're sucking these up. So the difficulty was getting this back segment up. We had to use this lever to hook under it to bring it back out of where it had sunken into the pelvis. I'm just a little worried that this plate alone won't be enough to hold everything, given that we're not repairing the fracture at the back end at all. We're just pulling that into alignment in the hope that that will heal itself.
To make sure the fracture is completely stable, Noel decides to add some extra support.
Okay, so we put a second plate on for added stability. I expect Bella to be up and walking tomorrow and hopefully healed within 4 weeks. And maybe get in her bicycle basket again, but this time with a safety belt. Okay, let's go to X-ray. Thank you.
Okay.
2 days later, it was time for Poppy Bella to return to her family. Dad, Peter, who was riding the bike at the time, hadn't seen Bella since the accident.
Yeah, I'm going to get some breathing.
To get some breathing going. He's nervous, Scarlett.
That's my abiding memory at the moment. Dog in pain, caused by me running around.
Right, hi guys. Sorry about the delay. Come on in, come on in. I'm sorry about this, buddy, and then you had to go away and work.
Oh, I almost didn't get on that plane.
Yeah, no, what a tough day for you, mate.
I've been reliving it over and over again. It's been horrible.
Yeah. Now, this is the post-op.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see here that I've managed to pull that part of the pelvis that way.
Yeah.
So you can see that this gets pulled back into alignment by being kicked out.
Yeah.
And this bit should heal itself.
Yeah.
So there's no running, no jumping, no slipping, no sliding. Any questions before she comes in and creates mayhem?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Come on in then.
Hey, Bella.
Come on in.
Bella.
There we go. Good. There we go. You can give it to Mum. Give it to Mum. Yeah, so all that has to be. So let me show you how to walk her. Okay, so.
Like this.
Yeah. So as you can see, come on, Bubba. Good girl. See? So this supports her. See? So she can put it down. Okay, well done. Well done. Oh, she's a sweet little girl. She still loves her daddy, so it's all good.
She's always loved him the most.
Oh, did she?
Just not
Is she a daddy's dog? Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. She's forgiven you. She's forgiven you. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Bella, we're going home. We are headed home.
In 2016, Poppy, the puppy born with twisted front legs, was ready to return to her family.
A little bit like that, isn't it?
Joe had come to collect her, along with her husband Dean and stepdaughter Phoebe.
Lovely. Take a seat.
Just can't wait to see her. Just cannot wait to see her and get a big hug and a kiss. I'll try not to cry.
Can't promise.
No, I know.
Puppies, folks. Now, Poppy is doing fine, but don't let me mislead you that everything is going to be fine. I don't know that yet. I just don't know that yet. The feet are facing forward. That has brought her from here, with her head down on the ground, right? So to here, okay? But remember, the tendons here have no idea what to do because they used to be out here, right? Like that. And unfortunately, on one side, they're quite floppy, and on the other side, they're quite tense. Yeah. Now, it's possible that those tendons may not recover. We'll just have to see. Let me introduce you. You'll be a little surprised. Okay.
Oh, I just don't know what I feel. Just, oh, I do feel sick.
Now, who have we here? Happy to see you. Happy to see you.
Hello, gorgeous girl.
Yeah, good girl. I want you to allow her to walk on firm ground that isn't slippy. And she will walk. She does a meerkat initially, and then she'll have a go. Okay? Okay.
Gorgeous girl, is she clever?
So let her do that multiple times a day under supervision. Okay?
I have missed you, my gorgeous girl. Aren't you? Are you coming home with Mum? Hey.
It's been 5 days since puppy Keira's fracture operation. Today, Noel is meeting Tessa and Graham for the first time.
Now, Keira's family, how are you? So good to see you. I'm delighted and thrilled that you're in my life. Thank you for coming in.
I'm delighted that you're in ours.
Well, it's my deep pleasure. I mean, what an extraordinary serendipity. Have you seen the X-ray picture?
No.
Oh, you haven't? It's a pretty comprehensive break. So she snapped both the radius and the ulna. This is what we finished with. The alignment's nice, and her foot is absolutely fine. She has been very boisterous. Yeah. So I'm going to get her in, and I'm going to show you what to do. Here she is. Now, who have we got here? Oh, hey! Hey! Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Oh, now, Dada. Hello, Dada. Hello. Gosh, she's so excited to see you. She's just fabulous.
So walking-wise...
Walking-wise, she's not walking at all for 2 weeks.
No.
She's just going to be carried out, pee and poo, tons of cuddles, cage rest, lots of toys.
Right.
Don't let that bandage get wet.
No.
Because if it gets wet, she'll get a soggy paw and it's infected.
Right, okay.
I don't like sending patients home with it on, but I don't think I've got any choice here because you're a madam and you want to do mischief. All right, sweetie pie, I'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Do not leave without the collar because she'll chew that,
No.
okay? All right. God bless, see you soon.
Thank you.
Little Keira, I think, has helped Noel through his grief. He bonded with her, and that was lovely. And I hope the family appreciate that as much as he does too.
The next 2 weeks are going to be crucial for Keira's recovery.
Her jumping around is a major worry. It's just trying to keep her happy and stimulated without moving around is going to be a challenge, I think.
7 weeks after Jack Russell puppy Bella was run over by a bicycle, she had a checkup.
Hi, how are you? How are you? Hey, missus, how are you doing?
After the accident, I really thought that she would be crippled or in pain.
But Bella bounced back. The X-ray pictures revealed she was healing well, and the trauma of the accident a distant memory. But not so much for Dad Peter.
The guilt was dreadful. You really couldn't imagine how devastating that was. Bella's been quite amazing since her operation. It was she recovered very quickly, about 3 months, and then she was absolutely as good as new.
Cycling adventures were parked for a while, as the family enjoyed walking Bella on foot.
Well, after Bella recovered, I really wanted to do the park run with her, and yeah, we've done it a few times since then. In fact, she's been on some enormous long runs. She loves pubs. We've got a friend who drinks Guinness, so she always has a little skim off the top. That's her tipple.
It's been 4 years since Bella's operation. The children were both at school then. Stan's now 17 and Scarlett's 19 and is just been travelling in Australia for 5 months.
Here she is. Here's little Bella.
Hello. Sit with me.
Sometimes forget actually what she's been through, and she's just like playing with her, and then you think like, imagine 4 years ago if it hadn't have gone the right way. It would have been so different in the family, I think.
We sometimes talk about the dog now. We used to talk about the children. Yeah, no, I think she's a bit off her food today. Yeah, no, I'm going to give her a little wash, and you know, you get the towel. Can you get me the towel for the dog?
Now that me and Stan aren't really sort of kids anymore, like I feel like they're sort of missing that, like having a child around.
Kiss, kiss. That's it. Originally, we had the thought that we wouldn't have a dog in the bedroom, but post-accident, she ended up sleeping on the bed. And she's a very loud snorer, so we haven't slept very well for the last few years.
Fidget, fidget.
Oh, great leaping.
Such a serious incident like that made us all sort of realise how important she was and how important we were to each other.
Ready? Go on then! Where's it gone, Bella?
Exceptionally grateful to Noel for all of this. I do get sort of just little goosebumps now thinking about, you know, what he did for us in terms of turning the whole thing around.
Good girl.
When we sat in his consulting room and he said, "You're not going to lose her, this is what I do and she's going to be fine." And I could feel the kids next to me kind of go, "Oh, she's going to be okay, oh, she's going to be okay." So yeah, I mean, I'll be eternally grateful to him for that.
Poppy arrived at Fitzpatrick's in 2016 in significant pain. She'd been born with severe deformities, abandoned by her original family, and was barely able to shuffle around. But thanks to an operation to straighten her front legs, Poppy the puppy has grown into an unbelievably happy and agile dog.
Are you happy?
Full of life.
Yay! Good girl.
And eager to play. 6 years after her treatment, she is a constant wonder to her forever family, Joe and Dean.
I never thought Poppy had bound around the way she does. Never in a million years. Woo! Total miracle, that girl is.
She's 6 this year.
Day to day, she'll just jump around the furniture. It's an assault course for her.
Despite the complex surgery, now Poppy simply wears wrist straps for extra support when out walking.
Poppy's had lots of adventures since surgery. One thing she does like is new environments. When we have snow in the garden.
She loves it, and she's flicking it everywhere, her ears are going. Pops is definitely born to be wild. She is. She's crazy. We lost Dad, unfortunately, in July 2019. Even up until the day before, he was still happy and he just fell asleep.
Poppy really helped Chuck with his dementia. Before we had the dogs, he was lost. But as soon as Poppy walked into his life, it just changed.
He'd sit up and he'd watch them with what they're doing, and he'd laugh away watching, you know, and talking to them.
As Joe continues with treatment for her condition, Poppy provides endless comfort.
Poppy's been really understanding with Joe's condition, that she can't always be jumping all over Joanne.
On my days when I have my bed days, Poppy wraps herself into the back of my legs. My own little private little hot water bottle she is. We're so grateful to Noel, he gave her that chance.
Everything Poppy went through with the surgery, it's been 100% worth it. It really has.
Over in southwest London, Border Terrier puppy Keira has made a full recovery and is taking after her namesake, with her boundless spirit.
To see her running around and enjoying life, being her cheeky self, is just a pleasure, isn't it, to see her?
She's so resilient. She is such a strong little girl. It's a relief because at the end of the day, we didn't know how she was going to be. I didn't expect in a million years to get a phone call after the operation from Noel himself.
I feel that Keira sort of helped him, spending that time with her when she was at the surgery for a week. He had a bond with her, and I think he found it sort of comforting in a way, as well as he helping us, obviously.
You know, as a surgeon, there's no greater joy than giving a life back. So to see little puppy Keira running around actually gives me hope.